My name is Sarah, I'm 37, I live on Gundungurra and Darug lands, and I'm mum to a 4.5-year-olds.
My name's Finn, I'm on the board of Queer Screen.
I'm Debbie.
I'm Kath.
Hi, my name's Ashley. I'm a tradie, as in I'm trans lady.
Hi, my name is Robin and I'm a poet and historian.
I love death metal and Whitney Houston equally, and Care Bears.
Hello, my name is William and I live at Potts Point with a wonderful project use hearing and a pub room I got last week.
My name is Anthony Severino, or Peach Fuzz. I work at the Imperial as a fabulous drag queen and I have Tourette's. It affects my life in a number of different ways. In a physical sense, it affects my muscular, skeletal health. I have lots of shoulder, neck, and just general body tension. And it affects mental cognitive health as well.
People often ask me how my disability affects my life, and it's really hard to answer because I've been blind from birth. It's sort of like any other attribute, any other part of me. I don't know life without it.
I was born prematurely with cerebral palsy, so it's something I've lived with all my life. I wouldn't say that cerebral palsy stops me from doing most of the things that I want to do.
Myself and my child both have the same disabilities, so we're kind of unique family in that way. We both have ADHD and dyspraxia.
So I've had a major mental illness. I've got a bipolar 1 disorder that's really disrupted my life incredibly since I was 27 years old.
I was born deaf. My doctor said I was diagnosed deaf when I was 6 months old, when my parents recognized that I wasn't responding to normal cues. I had hearing aids at about 6 months old. Then when I was 8 years old, I had my first cochlear implant.
I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. It's an invisible disability, which has been one of the hardest things to understand.
Sometimes it's not a factor at all, and then other times it's kind of really in my face and in the foreground. We are just in the process of moving house, and so right now it's very much in the foreground. Yeah, I think I'm really feeling my disability at the moment more than usual. That's
You've been
life.
walking into walls.
Walking into walls.
And tripping over boxes.
I didn't know that I was disabled growing up, even though I was born with several of my disabilities. There was at least a year or two where I was very disabled but still kind of hobbling around, sometimes using a cane or crutches. I have been using a wheelchair for the last several years. I feel like I've had both the invisible disability and the hypervisible disability. And it's weird because on both sides it's not really an issue of visibility, it's an issue of other people's expectations and assumptions.
I think for me it was around some messages I got that no one would want to be in a relationship with me really, and that it would be too hard and I would be a bit of a burden. And
What really strikes me is the sexuality of anyone with a disability is totally ignored. And yet our sexuality, our gender, are fundamental parts of who we are. People with disabilities are people. They have the same range of feelings and everything that anybody has.
it's still not talked about, and there are lots of people with disability who might not ever believe that they're entitled to be in a relationship and that they would be desired by somebody. That's an area that we do need to keep showing people and raising that awareness, and that's probably why it's good that we tell stories.
Having to come out as having a disability has the same kind of feeling as coming out as a queer person. It's like the anticipation, the terrifiedness, the need to do it, the need to bring it into the light. The whole queer coming out experience helped me do that and helped me have the confidence to be actually, that was okay. I love myself, I'm proud of myself. I was okay then, this will be okay now.
Being queer has given me the tools I needed for navigating my life as a disabled person.
A lot of people don't get about pride is it's not about vanity. It's I know too, I waited to 36 to confront what I always was. So I think a lot of people think now I'm vain and I'm a bit up myself. It's no, I'm proud now.
Pride isn't just about thinking everything's great and loving everything about my body or my life or the world I live in. It's about rejecting shame.
Leaning into pride can be a really, really strong way to punch back at a lot of the shame that we are taught over our lifetime.
It's easy to talk about pride and have pride in my disability. It shows I get to the world, you have a sense of courage, you have a kind of strength. People will say, oh, that's amazing that you can speak. And so that gives you a sense of pride.
Having that coming out story helped me. Time to step into the light, time to stay in the light and not be so ashamed all the time.
Having cerebral palsy is actually something that I'm incredibly proud of. It's part of who I am. It's part of what makes me me, and it gives you a unique perspective.
Like, I am a queer person with ADHD, and I love being that, and I wouldn't change it. Like, if there was an off button, I would be like, no thank you, I'm very happy the way I am.